Hey guys, my name's Spud. Normally I'm a music streamer on Twitch, but thought I would try my hand at making a YouTube video and giving you a review of this guitar here, which is the Firefly 338. I'd watched a good amount of reviews on YouTube before I purchased one, but I run across some different things on mine I didn't really hear mentioned in the reviews that are not major things, but things I would like to know. So just in case, I'll put it out there for you guys. We're going to do sound clips first, because anytime anyone clicks on a guitar review, that's what they want to hear first, but I do encourage you to stick around to the end to see the different things that I'm talking about. Also, if you hear anything like buzzy frets or anything, that'll be addressed if I find any on the guitar. And I'll try and throw my settings on screen or do something. I'm not a video editor. Like, I can barely Twitch stream, so we're going to try our best. Alright, so now back to the pretentious talking part. So, those are just some random sound clips of just clean crunch, heavier crunch, I guess, is what it would be for this. So, let me pop this loose. This guitar is worth the money. It is. It's worth now they're $190, they used to be $140. I'm guessing, I don't know what would have happened in the world to make things be more expensive, but something tells me there might be a reason as to why they went up a little bit in price. But it's a nice guitar. It is worth the money. However, there are things that I have found on this guitar that I didn't hear them talk about in the review. So I think what we might do is I'm going to try, and this might work, this might not. I'm going to try and take video with my phone and edit it in later of the things I'm going to talk about. So let's go to my little half and half overlay. Okay, and then I'll try and put that in the top right. Okay, so with this, everything does pretty well on it. One of the things I heard people talk about was like the sharp fret ends, like occasionally the fret ends didn't feel like they were entirely smooth. I have no issue with that. However, the fretwork is not phenomenal. You really can't hear it that much when it's plugged in, but I definitely either have a popped out 12th fret or a high 12th fret. I don't know if it's not fully dead, but it's very buzzy unplugged. And that's an easy fix. I mean, I've got a fret rocker and YouTube, and I've leveled and crowned frets before. This won't need a whole level and crown, but it's gonna probably need a little bit of work. Issue number 2. The bridge on this thing is, what's the term I'm looking for? Fucking terrible. If you order one of these guitars, order a bridge at the same time. Do not even fucking bother with the one that comes on it. And this is where I'll try to start inserting video. The saddles are set into it with just like a prayer. Like bending, moving. Probably your biggest problem with tuning stability on this is going to be one of two things. The bridge and the terrible tuners that everyone talks about. They are garbage. But they're still okay enough for a bit like a beginner instrument. They're not going to be smooth. They're not going to work well. Every time you overtune, you're going to have to back that bitch back up and go forward. That's just the way it works. But the bridge is so janky that when you tighten it up, you ruin your radius. Like as I don't even think the saddles sit in a real radius, but you'll see if I can get a video up there, like they wobble and shake like hell. Other than that, there's a couple little finish things. Like I've noticed some light, like what looks like clear coat overspray that was sanded away. The guitar arrived with buffing compound still on the back of it. And that's fine. You fucking grab a rag, wipe it off, big whoop. The most of the finished things have been pretty minor. The biggest thing has been like couple high frets here and there, and it arrived with high action, super high action. There was a slight bow in the neck, which is to be expected for this type of instrument being shipped across the country, and I've adjusted it a couple times, but it also still needs to readjust to here, so it's not 100%. I gave this a fairly loose setup because I knew that bridge was just going to cuck me anyway. There was no way that I was going to get a good setup on this bridge. I've already ordered like another cheapo eBay, Amazon style, like the replacement, and it'll probably be there's no way it can be worse than this one. The tailpiece is the tailpiece. The other thing I'll say about these parts is that the chrome finish on them is also fucking terrible. Go on eBay or go on Amazon and order you just a very simple set of Tune-O-Matic and Stop Tail. For $20, you will improve your quality of life a good bit. The top on it is beautiful, which I don't know if you'll be able to really, if it'll focus on this webcam, but it's like a spalt, and you can kind of see it. It's got some flame and it's spalt, and I don't know if this is a photo top or if this is just a veneer, but either way, they did a good job. Back of it's just standard. You're not going to get a lot of grain. Headstock's a little on the smaller side than what I expected it to be. The pickups, as you can tell, the pickups, you can do a lot with amp software, which I'm running everything through guitar. I'm running positive bias for the amps. I'm running guitar rig for the cabinets. You can do a lot, but there's not a lot of character in them. Like, you're going to be able to spend very little money for a pickup upgrade, and that's going to be the first thing that people go to. And that's fine. I do think they need it. They don't sound bad, but they don't sound good either. They sound very, very, very middle of the road. The main thing, my main takeaway by this guitar is when you buy it, expect it to come in rougher condition than what people sell it to you as. You're going to need to do some work to it to make it above a 2.5 out of 5. And when I say work, I don't mean a ton of work, but you're definitely going to need a bridge. You can leave the tuners on it for a little bit, but your ass is going to be fighting them a lot. The nut seems cut okay. That's something that I may address later on. And somebody else mentioned that they thought they went to a bone nut. This is the other thing. This was purchased in September, October 2020. This is from that last run they did that went up in price like $20 or $30. So not a ton, but a little bit. And I was like, did they make them a little better? They did not. Like, from everything I've seen, they have not. It's still the same quality instrument, which is not bad. You're just gonna, like, it's like anything else. The prices went up on them slightly. If I were you, if you're wanting one of these, I'd probably get it before they're like $250. Binding's good. Didn't see any flaws in the binding. I'm really trying to nitpick this for you. Oh, the fretboard is finished. That's another thing that no one mentioned that I saw in the reviews that I watched. The fretboard has a clear coat on it, which is fine. And they're no longer using rosewood. Hell, big companies are no longer using rosewood on their budget instruments. But the fretboard definitely has a seal or a finish on it of some sort, because it is hyper shiny. There's no way they buffed it to that gloss. It's got to be a finish. Which doesn't really affect the feel that much, but it does affect the look, which that could be good, could be bad. Cleaning it might be a bitch. Because I think you can still, I don't think it was grain filled and finished. No, it's definitely, yeah, this is like they just, it's just flat finish. So cleaning it later on, like years down the road, may not be the nicest of experiences. The frets, like everybody's mentioned the frets, where it looks like they're cut with a CNC and then they just cut it with a wide tolerance, throw the inlays in there and throw in their mix of dust. That's fine. You cannot tell unless you're up on the instrument. It does not matter at all. Do not expect to get a good setup on it out of the box without some probably light fretwork and a way better bridge. I have a feeling some of my buzzing issues do come from the bad radius on the bridge. Also, the bridge does not intonate well. Yeah, this is basically of me making a video of just wanting to bitch about how terrible the bridge was, and I don't really think I saw anyone else mention it in a review. So anyway, what we're going to do is I am going to, well, let's pick a jam track, and I'm actually going to play this in a mix with a jam track or something, so you can get a real idea of what this sounds like, mixed into something with like the crunch channel. thoughts. If you want this guitar and you're ready to do just a little bit of work to make it good, buy one. They're worth it. The price of entry alone is more than worth just the body and neck. Like, seriously, it's gonna be much better than anything else you can buy in this price range if you have the knowledge to know what you need to do to make it good. If you're somebody brand new into instruments, this is still a solid choice. Just know that compared to a Squire or something else that's like decent range and going to a shop and buying it and them setting it up for you and stuff, that could be better than one of these if you don't know what you're getting into. But if you've got any friend or a little bit of money to throw at some decent setup work, it's still a viable option. I just want you to know going into it that you're not going to take it out of the box and have a Gibson in your hand. Like, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to throw some more money at it, and you're going to have to throw some of your time at it, or you're going to have to throw somebody else's time at it, which is fine. You got to do that to most guitars that are sub $700, I would say. You'll probably hear some buzzes or some clicky notes here and there, which this guitar is still not like 100% set up, not until I get the bridge that is able to be set up. But if you think that this guitar might be right for you and you think you got a little bit of knowledge or a little bit of money to throw at it because you just like the concept of it and you would rather have a good $200 plus $150 or $200 of parts, like good, that would be good parts to throw at it, and you don't want to pay the $1,400 for a Gibson, this is a viable option. I spent a lot of time with a Gibson 339, and the neck and the way this thing, its vibe is, reminds me a lot of that guitar. Not exactly like it, but a goddamn good imitation of one. But yeah, so if you like the video, guess what I'm gonna say? Like and subscribe, smash that like button. But if you like the way I do reviews, subscribe and let me know. Leave a comment. Who knows? Maybe I'll start doing some YouTube stuff here and there. But come to a stream sometime, or if you've got questions about the guitar, come to a stream and ask. Or leave it in the comments. Either way, come check me out. Twitch.tv/SpudLovely. See you guys.